All right, Shalom. This is Gamali Allah out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. Want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, yeah, it's my second time doing this video. I guess the first time it didn't have any sound. That's all right. It happens. Anyway, this this video is called African Witchcraft is the New Trend. All right, and something I've noticed lately amongst Jake. All right, they're getting heavily into this African voodoo and witchcraft. They keep talking about pray to the ancestors, and it's very heavy on social media. They're into something that they call Ifi. Matter of fact, let's look up what Ifi is. All right, it says Nigeria, the most. Oh, it's a Nigerian. It's a Nigerian. Ifa is a Yoruba religion and system of divination. Let's look up that word divination. Divination is to foretell, to predict, to prophesy, to be inspired by a god. The attempt to gain insight into a question or situation by way of an occultic, standardized process or ritual. So it's witchcraft. All right. It says if a distinction to be made between divination and fortune telling. Okay, this is divination. It says divination has a more formal or ritualistic element and often contains a more social character. Okay, so this is basically African witchcraft. All right, when you get to the bottom of it. Now, I did a lesson on this recently, but I didn't go as in depth. Lord willing, in this lesson I'll go a little bit more in depth. But I can't remember what it was in regards. I know I mentioned Beyonce. But basically, the bottom line is that our people are getting heavily into this stuff. So I want to shed light on it, because if you talk to someone who's into this African witchcraft, all right, what they're gonna tell you is, oh, it's not bad. This is your roots. The white man is trying to demonize it. People are trying to demonize it and make it, seem wicked, but it's not. This is your African roots, and you got to come back to your roots, and pray to your ancestors, and and our people are eating it up. Our people are heavily into it, and a lot of the people that are influencing it, well, they're being influenced by Beyonce. They're being influenced by different rappers, okay, because they're into it. All right. And they will do the so-called rituals and, do all these different things. Now, anyway, let's get, I don't want to go on too long. So let me start with Exodus 23. It says, I'll start to, I am the Lord thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Okay? So you're not supposed to make any type of graven image or any likeness of any graven image. It says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous power, which, you're not supposed to do that, okay? The Lord is jealous. You're only supposed to worship the Creator in truth and spirit, which is YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, okay? All right, you're not supposed to be getting into this witchcraft and all this divination. It says, because that's what it is. It's divination. It says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, which is divination. All right, because our people will summon, different ancestors, and, You listen to these people and they're like, I want to call on so and so, I want to call on, this ancestor, that ancestor, and all that. And all that you're basically invoking the dead, which is witchcraft. It says, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Okay. So the point being is that idolatry, is nothing new. And that's something that our people are heavily into. And it's very trendy right now. When you look at social media, when you look at, a lot of this African conscious, so-called African conscious movement, they call themselves queen and king and, God, goddess, God this and goddess that. And, they'll say Ashe and, different African lingo, but, our people need us. You need to stop associating yourself with Africa. Okay. As a matter of fact, there's a term, it's called Africanization, which I'll get. This is Africanization. It says to make African or to cause to have African characteristics as in culture. Okay. So they want to Africanize our people, which please believe that it's also strategic. The so-called white man is pushing this African thing out there. Okay, because I made a point in my last video about this, which is that shortly after Nick Cannon came out and you have more celebrities basically, saying that we're the Israelites. So Esau has to counter that by pushing, this African thing, hard. Anyway, this is because I want to get a little bit more in depth, and I'm gonna get some precepts as well. But I want to get a little bit more in depth as far as this African witchcraft. All right, because there is a demon that goes by Oshun. Okay, which Beyonce basically is depicting this demon. And, she's doing a ritual, for this particular demon. And I'll go ahead and read it. It says, I'll just skip a little bit. I found myself overwhelmed by the sheer beauty and elegance of black women and girls who were given the space to shine all their glory. Which that's all this about. It's about the glorification of the so-called black woman. Because all these so-called African, African conscious people, they are all into, bigging up the so-called black woman. And it says, I'll keep going. Okay, the Yoruba Orisha Oshun is a river goddess of love, beauty, music, wealth, and healing, and a protector of children. These elements of the Orisha abound through Beyonce's projects, and especially in Black is King, which splurges on the beauty of black people and the hot culture, fashions, and jewelry, the intricate hairstyles and braids, the gravity-defying choreography. And so, basically, like I said, they're pushing this black thing. They're just blacking you to death. Black Lives Matter, black girl magic, and that whole black girl magic thing. That goes into basically this. Okay, it's basically witchcraft, man. When these chicks say black girl magic, please believe that they're actually into damn magic, man. It says Black is King is a culmination and evolution of these art products, and Oshun has made an appearance as a guiding force and goddess that Beyonce has embraced and embodied. So one of the reasons I want to get into this is to shed light on what our people are really getting into, because Oshun, this demon, if you talk to people, and people will dabble into it because they think it's good. You know, you read it. When you read it, it says, Oshun is the goddess of love and beauty, music and wealth and healing. So it sounds good. It sounds good, but it's witchcraft, man. It's all left-handed energy, man, because it's not of the Most High YAHAWASHI Yahushai, man. And the Most High commanded us not to partake in this. All right. Excuse me. I get John 4 and it's 4 and 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, and the Father seeketh such to worship him. Yahweh is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. Okay? So you have to worship only the Heavenly Father, all right? You don't worship these idols and different demons, man. You know? Because all they are left-hand spirits that basically answer to the Most High. They're under the Most High. These demons, they don't have any power without the Creator. Okay, so would you rather go to a demon? Because these demons, they have they have power on the left-hand side. You know, you look at the magicians of Egypt. You know, when you read Exodus, okay, it goes into the witchcraft of Egypt, because they had power. They actually had spiritual power on the left-hand side. So there is magic. You know, there is power. You know, with these so-called demons, but it's not the Most High power. Okay, it's not. You know, why wouldn't you want to go to the source? You know, you got to go to the source, not through a demon. Okay, so let's go back. It says, of all the tools Oshun is said to carry, perhaps the most powerful one is her mirror. The layperson mistakes this for a sign of her vanity. Those of us who know her a bit more intimately, however, recognize the mirror as a tool Oshun holds up to our faces when she requires us to do something, to do the difficult work of really seeing ourselves. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get Oshun and Wikipedia. And I also want to prove a point, because all this is Queen of Heaven spirit, man. Yeah, all right. Oshun is an Orisha, a spirit, a deity, or a goddess that reflects one of the manifestations of the Yoruba supreme being in the Ifa oral literature. It says, Oshun is an important deity, river deity among the Yoruba people. She is the goddess of divinity, femininity, fertility, beauty, and love. Okay, now I want to show you something, because all this stuff is the same thing. This is Hera. Hera is a Greek goddess of women, marriage, family, and childbirth. Okay, she is the daughter, it says, one of the 12 Olympians and the sister and wife of Zeus. Okay, which Zeus is the god of the thunder. Which I'm going to show you something, because it's all the same thing. All these, see, you see how he has a thunderbolt? Zeus is supposedly, the god of thunder. It says cloud gatherer. Yeah, is Zeus is the sky and thunder god in ancient Greek religion. Now I want to show you something because this is all the same things. All these different cultures, all these different nations of people, you know, they have their own versions of these demons, and all they do is change the name. They change the name of it, but it's the same thing basically. Now look at this. It says this is back to Oshun, and it says, let me see. See if I can find it. Bear with me one moment. Okay, it says she served as queen consort to King Shango. All right, and Shango is, let me see if I can find it. See if I can find it. Bear with me one moment. Okay, yeah, okay. So this is Oshun. It says Oshun is believed to have many lovers and husbands, but her marriage to Shango, the Yoruba sky god of thunder. So Zeus is the god of thunder, and you have Hera, which is in Greek culture. Hera also is the god of childbirth, marriage, family, and then you also have Oshun, okay, which is also the god of fertility. Okay, basically, so it's basically the same thing: femininity, fertility, beauty, and love. Okay. Now, let's go to matter of fact, let's get some precepts because I don't want to go on too long. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 19, it says, "What say I then, that the idol is anything?" Matter of fact, let's see. I'll start at 18. "Behold, Israel after the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar? What say I then, that the idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything?" Verse 20, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Okay? Ye cannot drink of the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. And you know, you shouldn't be into this witchcraft, man. You can't dabble into this stuff, man, because you're going to have to choose a side. All right, you either gonna be on you know the right hand side, okay, or you're gonna be on the left hand side, man. But you can't be on both. Okay. All right, there's no in between. All right, scriptures say, "For one cannot serve two masters." All right. So the Lord commanded us not to get into witchcraft, man, sacrificing unto devils, okay? Because all these deities they require sacrifices. You know, when you go into Oshun, you know, I was reading up on Oshun, and you know, one of the sites, it basically breaks down how you would sacrifice to that demon. You know, and you would get a candle and burn it, and you know, you get different so-called ingredients, some type of flour and all this, you know, different stuff, and then you would have an image of the actual deity, Okay. All right. Which that basically invokes that spirit. Okay. So let's see. Now this is Ishtar. And listen to this. Ishtar, Sumerian and Nana, in Mesopotamian religion, goddess of war and sexual love. Mesopotamian goddess associated with love, beauty, sex, war, and justice. So that's the same thing. Inanna or Ishtar. Love, beauty, sex, war, justice. Same thing as Oshun, just a different name. It says divinity, femininity, fertility, beauty, and love. So are you seeing the similarities here? Which is all the Queen of Heaven. That's all this is, man. It's Queen of Heaven. And it goes back to Semiramis. Okay? It says Semiramis, Queen of Heaven, Mother of God. Semiramis became known as the Queen of Heaven and was the prototype from which all other pagan goddesses came. Semiramis in particular was a model and original of every goddess and female cult figure in the ancient and modern worlds. Okay? So all these demons, they get that, or all these different societies, they get that from Semiramis. It's all the same thing. All right, and it says, I'll go a little bit more. It says, Semiramis, the wife of Nimrod, is also known under various aliases. Astarte, Ishtar, Isis, Egyptian sun goddess, Venus, which Oshun is not added to this list, but you might as well add Oshun. Okay? Which is all to big up the woman. It's all, and it also connects with Mary, the Virgin Mary, when you go into it. But, this whole goddess energy, whenever you have a so-called female god, okay, that is Queen of Heaven worship. And it goes back to Semiramis, which is Babylonian. Okay? I think that's... Get a couple more precepts. Matter of fact, I'll just close on this. Exodus 22:18, it says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death." It says, "He that sacrificeth unto any god, save unto the Lord only, he shall utterly be destroyed." And that's the point. All right, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. So these witches, and low-level witches, they're going to be judged, okay? Because you're not supposed to sacrifice unto any god except for the Lord YAHAWASHI. You don't sacrifice to these demons. You don't sacrifice to the Queen of Heaven and Oshun and Ishtar and all these different things, okay? Because it's going to lead you to death and destruction. So closing out by giving all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.